This is Yoru, Valorant's 15th agent, and depending on who you ask, the worst agent to ever touch this wasteland. Constantly stuck at the bottom of tier lists since his release, and with a pick rate smaller than inches of my peak, so wonder everyone considers Yoru trash. However, I have a confession to make, and that confession is, I think Yoru is actually broken. See, over the last year, I've made it my goal to master every single agent in Valorant, but I couldn't just main them normally. No, I challenged myself to find the dumbest ways to play each of those agents, no matter the cost. And I'm going to flat out say it, Yoru might just be the best agent to ever exist. Because after integrating whatever is left of my frontal lobe into the task of learning Yoru, I think I've finally figured out what makes him such a controversial agent. And that's because in a game that primarily focuses on competitive play, the gameplay tends to feel stale and repetitive. But out of all the agents in Valorant, there's only one who manages to break that curse. And that one is Yoru. His entire kit, his lore, his design, it's all centered around one thing. That one thing is a fly.
I'll handle it.
Come back in reach. Come back out. But first, to understand why Yoru is part of the Terra faction, we have to look at his chaotic lore. And I promise you, unlike most Valorant agents, Yoru has some pretty good lore. Born in Tokyo, Japan, Kuretani Ryo is a straight Sigma male lone wolf alpha man male, where fun fact, according to the Valorant lore panel in Masters Toronto 2025, he played in a boy band that lasted a measly 1 week, all because he decked the lead singer for saying that he had no main character energy. So, to prove them wrong, he invested into crypto and took an ancestry test which told him that, hey, you actually have main character. And after that, he traveled to Icebox twice, where he stole a cursed samurai mask, which granted him dimension hopping abilities and the attention of the Valorant feds. And ever since then, he's been on a lifelong quest to rizz up every agent to find out why his ancestors from the Hyena era had access to this technology in the first place. And just like Yoru's lore, his abilities are all formed on the idea of being a dimension hopping alpha sigma male lone wolf mailman.
Huh?
Starting off with his most infamous ability, Gatecrash, which is a simple yet sophisticated teleportation that is quite hard to learn. While it's not as fast as Chamber or Waylays, Yoru trades the speed of teleportation for two other, arguably better quirks. One is the ability to create teleport lineups. I could probably send this here. That'll be fine. I'm a teabag guy. And two is the ability to fake said teleportation. So, what does that mean? Well, to you, not much, but to the enemy, it's psychological warfare. Just the fact that Yoru can teleport anywhere means that he can easily sneak into the enemy backline with any good lineup. And if no one knows where his TP is headed, that's pretty much a checkmate for the round. I could be cooked if I teleport, but I'm gonna do it. I knew it. Before I talk about Yoru's next ability, Fakeout, I need to warn you all. I suck at Yoru. And if you watched any amount of Valorant TikTok, you'll know of the absolute cracked Yoru players that actually exist. While they do play ranked and understand the game at a much higher level than I do, I instead play Yoru for the love of the game. Which sounds incredibly unhealthy saying that out loud now. So for your information, I only touched 3 game modes, those being Unrated, Swift Play, and F Model. So if you want to see some actual good Yoru gameplay, I would recommend checking out Zod, because he is much better on this agent than I am. After finishing this video, of course, please don't leave yet. You're kidding me. I just got flashed by my own flash. This is easily the dumbest ability in the game. When you play Fakeout, Yoru spawns a 1-to-1 clone of himself with only one command written into its DNA. W. And if enemies shoot it, well, let's just say, the weather forecast calls for sunny skies with a 100% chance of brain cells evaporating. On top of being a straight Mirage ripoff, Fakeout can activate trips, make sounds, and bait enemies into giving free kills. But if your clone starts to get ignored, don't worry, that's where the real fun begins. Yes! Oh my god, it worked! Yoru's Slash is debatably the best in the game, because this isn't just a flash, it's a geometry exam disguised as a utility. Oh my god, I did not. When you use Blindside, you rip a shard of straight drywall from your other dimension, then yeet it at any surface that you like, and if you've angled it correctly, congratulations. It will bounce and cause your victim to dial emergency services for cataract surgery. Blindside is the only flash in the game that actively punishes you for failing to understand basic math. While it's easy to turn from if thrown without intent, it's also a double-edged sword that can blind your teammates if you don't communicate it correctly. Yo, Reyna, catch!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yoru's ult is a hard ability to describe, mainly because you have to be on the receiving end to understand its terror. When Yoru pops his ult, he turns invisible and invincible. While you can't shoot in this form, you can still exist, which I'd argue is much worse for the enemy team's mentality. Yeah, no, he's pissed, bro. And the moment Yoru starts to use his abilities, it genuinely feels like you're going schizo. Oh, bro. Nah, I actually feel bad. Like, that guy probably hopped on Valorant to, like, relieve his stress. And that's the shit he has to deal with, bro.
Lasagna.
Fuck, I'm big fuck.
What's your favorite chocolate brand?
Oh, I don't know, dude. That's too big of a question for. I can't answer that one.
Oh, race. Did I just... I want to body block her. Oh, that works. Hold on. Okay. Yoru is a duelist, but he's also an initiator, while also being a fly. So to get the most value out of him, you need to play him in a way that combines all three of his strengths together. The best method to achieve just that is with these 3 simple tips. Yoru's an agent that thrives off communication. Being able to tell your teammates where you're flashing, where you're going, while combining his abilities with others is so much more important on him than any other agent. And because most of Yoru's abilities benefits himself, not to the extent of Jet or Waylay, he thrives by being set up by his team. Similarly, if the map is larger, that gives Yoru much more room to agonize enemies with just his aura. The idea of being literally anywhere cannot be understated. And knowing Yoru can instantly teleport out of a sticky situation just to plant somewhere else, or to go help his lone teammate on one side, gives him so much underrated strength that no other agent brings to the table. And with the presence that you bring, it's important to combine both lurking and pushing with your team. Yoru is an agent that needs information to work, and quite frankly, his kit allows for you to do just that. So your role in every round should be to get info about a certain area and to take space. Ultimately, Yoru is an agent that is easy to pick up but hard to perfect. But if you manage to do just that, the value he brings is unlike any other agent. But if you want to learn an agent similar to Yoru with a much lower skill ceiling, you should watch this chamber video here.